Meghan Markle was reportedly offended by the size of her royal home.
Meghan Markle was reportedly upset by the small size of Nottingham Cottage, feeling it was unworthy of her and Harry's royal status.
The simple cottage contrasted sharply with William and Kate's luxurious palace apartment, fueling Meghan's resentment.
One of the early signs that Meghan Markle was growing disillusioned with royal life came not from press headlines or public scrutiny, but from her housing situation. According to royal insider Tom Quinn, Meghan was deeply unhappy with the couple's modest accommodations at Nottingham Cottage, located on the grounds of Kensington Palace.
Disappointment over their modest home marked the start of Meghan's disillusionment with royal life?
The home, affectionately known as Not Cot, was once Prince Harry's bachelor pad. Small, simple, and notably unassuming for someone sixth in line to the throne. At the time, Prince William and Kate Middleton were living in apartment 1A, a sprawling 20-room residence within the palace.
The simple cottage contrasted sharply with William and Kate's luxurious palace apartment, fueling Meghan's resentment.
The contrast between the brothers' living situations did not go unnoticed. Meghan reportedly found their own cottage to be small and underwhelming, especially when compared to the future king's luxurious home. According to Tom, this sparked resentment and led Meghan to question why Harry was being treated as lesser by the institution. Meghan allegedly believed the royal family was undermining Prince Harry. The modest living arrangements weren't just about square footage, they symbolized something bigger in Meghan's eyes. According to Tom Quinn's best-selling book, Yes, Ma'am, Meghan viewed the difference in housing as part of a larger pattern of the royal establishment sidelining her husband. She reportedly believed that Prince Harry was being marginalized, treated as less important than his older brother, not just by the public, but by royal staff and the monarchy itself. Meghan, Tom claims, helped Harry recognize what she saw as clear favoritism toward William. A palace source told the author this marked the start of the whole grievance thing about being the spare. This perspective appeared to drive a deeper wedge between the Sussexes and the rest of the royal family. What might have been dismissed as minor protocol issues or administrative decisions instead became symbolic of a broader injustice in Meghan's mind, one that helped set the stage for their eventual departure. Meghan Markle's work style and early morning emails reportedly frustrated staff. According to the same sources, tensions weren't only rooted in living arrangements and family hierarchy. Meghan's working style was also seen as abrasive by some palace insiders. Staff described her as demanding and said she would often send emails as early as 5 a.m., a level of intensity that some felt created a high-pressure environment. These claims added to growing concerns about the working relationship between the Sussexes and their team. While Meghan has denied all accusations of bullying, the complaints were serious enough that they reportedly reached Prince William, who had a long-standing relationship with many of the staff members involved. It was around this time that a dossier of distress was compiled by staff and presented to William, outlining alleged mistreatment within Meghan and Harry's office. These workplace issues further strained relations between the brothers and marked a turning point in the family's internal dynamics. William was reportedly furious about staff complaints against Meghan. When the complaints about Meghan's behavior made their way to Prince William, the situation quickly escalated. According to Tom Quinn and other royal commentators, William was horrified by the accusations. Many of the staff members named in the complaints had previously worked with William and Kate, making the allegations feel personal. William's response was reportedly immediate and emotional. He confronted Harry directly, expressing shock over the claims and concern for the staff. This confrontation, according to multiple sources, turned into a heated exchange between the brothers. Harry was said to be fiercely protective of Meghan and reportedly shut down the conversation, leading to a significant rupture in their relationship. While Harry and Meghan continued to serve as senior royals in the months that followed, the damage to their bond with William was clear. What began as concern over internal staff matters had now evolved into a full-blown family crisis. The royal housing disparity was symbolic of deeper royal divides. For Meghan, the issue of unequal housing represented far more than just personal comfort. It reinforced a larger message that she and Harry were being treated as second-tier royals. Combined with the pressure from media attention, internal conflicts, and cultural clashes, the couple's dissatisfaction continued to build. As tensions within the palace grew, so did Meghan and Harry's feeling that they could not thrive within the system. The housing situation was one of the first tangible moments when Meghan reportedly felt that the royal family was unwilling to accommodate them on equal terms. That moment planted the seed for their eventual decision to leave the institution behind.
Meghan Markle and Catherine, the Princess of Wales, never clicked.
We're living in a world that insists you have to choose Team Kate or Team Meghan.
The narrative about, making Kate cry, I think, was the beginning of a real character assassination.
There was drama from the very beginning. Once upon a time, the world was captivated by the Fab Four: Prince William, Catherine, Princess of Wales, Prince Harry, and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. They were young, dynamic, and seemed to represent the future of the monarchy. Their joint appearances sparked hope, symbolizing a modern, unified royal family ready to take on the world. But as we all know, fairy tales sometimes have a darker side. Beneath the dazzling smiles and perfectly coordinated outfits, a storm was brewing, primarily between Catherine and Meghan. This wasn't just a minor disagreement, it was a deeply personal clash that many believe irrevocably shattered that dream team and sent everyone on dramatically different paths. Did you hear about the bridesmaid dress incident with Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle?
Just when you thought you'd never hear about the Princess Charlotte bridesmaid dress story again between Meghan Markle, Kate Middleton is back in the news.
So what was the catalyst that ignited this royal rift? It reportedly all began with a seemingly innocent bridesmaid dress right before Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding. Initial reports painted a picture of Catherine being left in tears over a disagreement about a dress for young Princess Charlotte. Imagine the scene: wedding stuff, last-minute details, and then, according to the whispers, Catherine was visibly bothered. It turns out someone wasn't telling the whole truth. Meghan Markle later offered a starkly different account, turning the narrative completely on its head. She didn't just deny bringing Catherine to tears, she bravely asserted that she was the one who was brought to tears.
The narrative about, making Kate cry, I think, was the beginning of a real character assassination.
And in a candid admission, Meghan confirmed that Catherine had in fact apologized to her after the exchange. It showed that what we thought we knew wasn't necessarily the whole truth. Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton could not stand each other from the start. Beyond that incident, a deeper, more fundamental clash of personalities and cultural backgrounds reportedly fueled the friction between the two duchesses. Meghan, hailing from a different cultural background, described herself as a hugger, a demonstrative trait she subtly implied might have been a bit jarring for the more reserved British royals. She openly spoke about the inherent formality of royal life, both in public and behind closed doors, a stark contrast to her own upbringing. It was like watching two very different worlds collide. One warm and expressive, the other steeped in centuries of tradition and decorum. Adding to this, sources suggested that Meghan felt perpetually overshadowed by Catherine's long-established position and status within the royal family. Imagine stepping into a new family where someone else has been the beloved, revered figure for years. It's only natural that a sense of feeling second best or perpetually playing catch-up could arise, no matter how much effort was made to integrate. Meghan Markle has always felt the pressure of the hierarchy. This subtle yet powerful sense of hierarchy wasn't just about public appearances. It reportedly trickled down to surprisingly mundane yet significant details, like access to designer clothes. It was whispered that Meghan experienced frustration when she found herself literally behind Catherine in the queue for bespoke garments from a favored designer. While it might seem trivial to outsiders, this anecdote powerfully illustrates a deeper point. Catherine's higher royal rank came with inherent precedence, even in matters of fashion. Little things like these, accumulating over time, can undoubtedly chip away at a relationship, creating resentment and a sense of unfairness. Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton have always tried to hide the fact that they don't like each other, but it was too obvious to everyone involved. Despite the growing private discord, Catherine and Meghan were masters at maintaining a united front for the cameras. Remember seeing them together during poignant national moments, like the period following Queen Elizabeth II's passing? They stood shoulder to shoulder with Prince William and Prince Harry, projecting an image of family solidarity and stability to a nation. Yet the cost of these performances was reportedly immense. Catherine later confided that putting on that united front with Meghan during such difficult times was one of the hardest things she ever had to do, hidden beneath their polished public personas. It truly puts a new perspective on those seemingly perfect photos. Meghan Markle and Catherine, Princess of Wales, cutting ties is the end of an era. Ultimately, the cumulative weight of these personality clashes and differing expectations proved insurmountable. The Fab Four, once a beacon of hope for the monarchy, fractured beyond repair. Prince William and Catherine and Prince Harry and Meghan increasingly embarked on separate public and private lives. The dynamic that had once captivated the world gave way to a palpable distance, both geographical and emotional. The dream of a modern, collaborative royal family, embodied by these four young individuals, faded, replaced by individual pursuits and separate charitable endeavors. What do you think was the biggest turning point that led to the Fab Four going their separate ways?
Speculation has grown once again around Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton's long-standing fashion parallels. Meghan's recent 4th of July video drew attention for its striking resemblance to a look worn by the Princess of Wales just days earlier. On July 4th, 2025, Meghan appeared in a festive social media clip on her As Ever Instagram account, where she assembled a celebratory charcuterie board in her Montecito kitchen. But it wasn't the raspberry spread or star-shaped cheese that caught followers' attention. It was her shirt. Meghan wore a blue and white striped button-down shirt, which keen royal watchers instantly recognized. It was the same Ralph Lauren Adrian blouse she wore back on July 14, 2018, while attending Wimbledon with Kate, then the Duchess of Cambridge. That 2018 outing marked the two women's first official joint appearance following Meghan's marriage to Prince Harry. The PS446 shirt sold out in under 24 hours, as did Kate's Jenny Packham polka dot dress. Fast forward to October 2023, Meghan wore a brown version of the same Ralph Lauren shirt during a chance encounter in Los Angeles with TV host Jen Su. Now, in July 2025, she's brought the blue version back, giving the impression that the shirt is a staple in her wardrobe. But what made the timing especially interesting was that Kate had worn a very similar striped shirt just a few days earlier during a poignant hospital visit. On July 2, 2025, Kate visited Colchester Hospital, where she met with cancer patients and spoke candidly about her own recovery. Kate announced in January 2025 that she is in remission from cancer, wore a brown Ralph Lauren striped shirt under a beige Blaze Milano blazer, paired with tailored trousers and white Veja sneakers. The look was practical and stylish, perfect for a garden engagement in the rain, where Kate even planted a rose named after her, Catherine's Rose. Is Meghan deliberately mimicking Kate? The similarity in their outfits has sparked renewed comparisons between the two women. Theories about Meghan taking cues from Kate's style have long circulated. The two women share a similar fashion aesthetic: structured blazers, crisp shirts, and understated accessories. But this most recent overlap has reignited discussions about whether Meghan's sartorial choices are intended to echo the future queen. Of course, fashion coincidences between Meghan and Kate are not new. Both women often wear similar British heritage brands like Alexander McQueen, Stella McCartney, and Burberry. They also share a preference for minimalist jewelry, natural makeup, and earth-toned palettes. Yet, when one wears an item shortly after the other, especially something so specific as a striped Ralph Lauren blouse, speculation about subtle messages is almost inevitable. Adding to the contrast is the tone of their appearances. While Meghan's 4th of July post focused on domestic charm and lifestyle branding, with her raspberry spread front and center, Kate's hospital visit was deeply personal and heartfelt. During her appearance on July 2, 2025, Kate spoke movingly about the emotional toll of cancer recovery. There is a whole phase when you finish your treatment. Everybody expects you to be better. But that's not the case at all, she said. She acknowledged the brave face many patients put on, while describing post-treatment life as a roller coaster. Kate Middleton revealed she had tried acupuncture to support her recovery, underscoring the holistic approach she's taken to health and healing. She spoke of the importance of finding a new normal after cancer, and emphasized the need for mental, physical, and spiritual support. Kate's visit included time in the RHS Wellbeing Garden, where she planted roses with volunteers and met with patients and staff. In the pouring rain, she took part in a walkabout, engaging warmly with supporters and even washing her hands before returning to greet more people. Her team made clear that while she's returning to royal duties, it will be on a slow and staggered schedule. For Meghan, the focus was markedly different. Her July 4th content promoted her lifestyle brand, As Ever, and featured a festive, Pinterest-worthy food board that included her now sold-out raspberry spread, priced at $14. Dressed in the familiar striped shirt, Meghan styled her board with seasonal fruits, cheeses, and crackers, while smiling for the camera in her Montecito kitchen. While some praised the post for its cozy vibe, others criticized it on social media as basic or derivative. Critics on Reddit pointed out the similarities between Meghan's board and generic Pinterest content, with one commenter writing, "It's embarrassing, especially from someone promoting an elevated lifestyle brand." Meghan Markle is set to be honored in Los Angeles. On the same day, Kate Middleton returns.
Meghan Markle is set to be honoured for her work championing women and undeserved communities at a major gala event in LA.
The latest honour bestowed upon Meghan Markle at the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County's Night of Wonder Gala on June 14th.
As anticipation builds for Kate Middleton's return to the royal spotlight at Trooping the Color 2025, Meghan Markle has made headlines of her own, and not for any royal reunion. Instead of joining the royal family on the Buckingham Palace balcony on June 14, 2025, Meghan will be honored at the Night of Wonder Gala, hosted by the Natural History Museums of Los Angeles County.
Meghan Markle is to be honored at a glitzy LA party at the same time as a major royal event.
While the event has no official ties to the monarchy, the timing has once again sparked speculation about her relationship with Kate and reignited talk of a rumored feud.
Meghan Markle reignites Kate Middleton jealousy rumors with her Trooping the Color 2025 plans.
People are excited to see Kate Middleton again after her health update. Trooping the Color marks one of the most iconic annual events in the British royal calendar. In 2024, Kate made a surprise return to the event after a 6-month absence due to health concerns, standing alongside her husband William and their children to mark King Charles's official birthday. Her return was warmly welcomed by royal watchers, who praised her poise and strength in the face of personal challenges. With 2025's event drawing closer, royal fans are hopeful they'll see Kate return to the balcony once more, continuing her gradual re-emergence into public life. While Kate prepares to step back into the royal spotlight, Meghan will be receiving accolades of her own. The Night of Wonder Gala, held at the Natural History Museums of Los Angeles County, is designed to recognize individuals who have made meaningful contributions to their communities and inspired positive change. Meghan will be one of 2025's honorees, recognized for her work to advance community well-being and expand opportunities for underserved groups, particularly through education and literacy programs. Lori Bettison-Varga, president and director of the museum, explained to People, "We are proud to honor Meghan, whose work to advance community well-being and expand opportunity, especially for underserved communities, aligns with our equity-focused approach to developing science literacy for the next generation, including through our STEM and STEAM Pathways programs." On social media platform X, users didn't hold back. What a coincidence! That day is Trooping the Color. The tribute wasn't given because she deserved it, but rather because she bought the prize to try to outshine the British royal family, one user wrote. Another added, "If Meghan thinks she can ever come close to upstaging the real royal family, she is deluded." People think Meghan Markle is trying to outshine Kate Middleton. While there's no official evidence suggesting Meghan had any role in choosing the date of the gala, or that her recognition was intended to compete with the royal celebration, the narrative fits a long-standing public perception of rivalry between Meghan and Kate. The idea that Meghan seeks to upstage her sister-in-law is nothing new. Over the past few years, some royal watchers have pointed to the timing of Meghan's interviews, Netflix specials, and business ventures as attempts to shift attention away from Kate and the rest of the royal family. It's important to note, however, that Meghan and Harry have been operating independently of the British monarchy since stepping down as working royals in 2020. Their professional focus has shifted to philanthropic projects, business deals, and media content under their Archewell brand. Meghan's recent involvement with initiatives in California, where she and Harry now reside, reflects her continued interest in community work, particularly in areas related to women's empowerment, education, and social equity. Kate continues to recover in her own time, reportedly focused on health and family. Her appearance at Trooping the Color 2024 was seen as both a personal and symbolic moment, reminding the public of her commitment to service, even amid adversity. With her expected return in 2025, Royal fans are eager to see her grace the palace balcony again alongside William and their children, a vision that still represents tradition, unity, and the future of the monarchy to many. As for Meghan, the honor from the Natural History Museums adds another accolade to her growing portfolio of achievements outside the royal fold. While some critics may continue to frame her moves as calculated, others see them as a reflection of a woman carving out her own path, one that exists far beyond palace gates. Still, the coinciding dates of these two high-profile appearances, one in London, one in Los Angeles, are bound to fuel comparisons, regardless of intention. And whether seen as rivalry or coincidence, it's clear that the lives of Meghan and Kate continue to unfold on very different stages, each drawing a spotlight in their own way. Prince William strategically positions himself between Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle during royal event.
Body language expert spots deliberate barrier move as William separates Kate and Meghan.
Protective prince? William firmly places himself between Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle.
During a large-scale celebration honoring 100 years of the Royal Air Force on July 10, 2018, Prince William made a subtle but telling move that sparked royal watchers' interest.
Royal tension on display. William's body language quietly speaks volumes.
As Kate Middleton greeted the Dean of Westminster at the Abbey service earlier that day, Meghan Markle stood directly behind her. At that moment, Prince William shifted his position to step between his wife and Meghan, an action that body language expert Judy James later described as a clear, deliberate gesture.
Prince William steps in. A subtle divide emerges between Kate and Meghan at RAF event.
According to Judy, William's stance resembled that of a protective husband, placing himself as a human shield between Kate and someone he may have seen as a source of tension. She pointed out how he ducked his head and shifted next to Kate with his lips drawn inward, a move she called a classic sign of regret. The dynamic between the women had already been the subject of intense speculation, and this small movement seemed to speak volumes in hindsight. Fallout from the bridesmaids' dress disagreement still lingers behind the scenes. Tension between Kate and Meghan had reportedly been simmering since the days leading up to Meghan's wedding, and the now infamous disagreement over Princess Charlotte's bridesmaid dress only added to the strain. While early reports painted Meghan as the one who made Kate cry, Meghan later contradicted those claims in a revealing interview, saying it was the other way around. She claimed Kate apologized and even brought her flowers. Former palace staff have stated that both women were actually reduced to tears after the tense exchange. In the book Yes Ma'am, The Secret Life of Royal Servants, author Tom Quinn quotes a staffer saying the argument was blown out of proportion and became symbolic of larger issues between Meghan, Kate, and the wider family. Regardless of who cried first, it's clear the moment left a lasting emotional scar and has continued to be a point of contention. Meghan Markle's interview with Oprah Winfrey reignites tensions over past incidents. In March of 2021, Meghan gave her side of the bridesmaid's dress incident during a highly publicized interview with Oprah Winfrey. She emphasized that Kate had apologized, but her frustration stemmed from the way the incident was later portrayed in the media. According to Meghan, she was blamed for something that not only wasn't her fault, but didn't happen the way the public was told. This interview added on to already fragile family relationships. Meghan's claim that those close to the couple failed to correct the narrative added another layer. The royal family famously responded to the broader interview by issuing a statement that included the now iconic phrase, "Recollections may vary," particularly in reference to claims about race and Archie's skin tone. Alternative explanations. For Prince William's balcony maneuver, add ambiguity to the moment. While Judy James offered one interpretation of William's movement during the RAF celebration, she also acknowledged that there could be more polite motivations at play. According to her, royal protocol can sometimes create awkward logjams during group greetings. William may have stepped in not to block Meghan, but to avoid turning his back on her, an act that would be considered dismissive or rude. Meghan was still new to the royal family at that point, and William had previously been observed treating her with friendliness. Judy also noted that William returned to Kate's side once the procession began, allowing his and Kate's backs to naturally face Meghan and Prince Harry as part of the ceremony's structure. Still, given the broader context, some observers lean more toward the idea that William's body language was a subtle form of buffering. Lip gloss tension at the Royal Foundation Summit adds to a growing list of misunderstandings. Another early incident that highlighted the underlying tension between Meghan and Kate took place in February of 2018 at the Royal Foundation Forum, their first public appearance as a foursome. In his memoir, Spare, Prince Harry described how Meghan asked to borrow lip gloss from Kate, who hesitated but handed it over. Meghan applied some to her finger and dabbed it onto her lips, prompting Kate to make what Harry described as a disgusted expression. While seemingly minor, the moment has come to symbolize the clash of cultures and personalities within the family. Meghan's more informal American habits didn't always sit well with the British royals. Harry himself admitted at the event that working together as a family had its challenges, even though he insisted they were stuck together for life. Kate Middleton was expected to make an elegant appearance at Royal Ascot, but she ultimately made the difficult decision to pull out at the last minute.
Long live the king!
Kate, who has been gradually returning to public life following her cancer diagnosis, is said to be disappointed about missing the beloved social and sporting event in Berkshire. Catherine had been scheduled to join her husband, Prince William, along with King Charles and Queen Camilla, at the second day of Royal Ascot. In fact, organizers confirmed her participation around noon, listing her in the second carriage of the traditional royal procession. However, just before 12:30 in the afternoon, Kensington Palace announced she would not be attending after all, and a revised carriage list was promptly released by Ascot officials. Those close to the princess shared that she is still finding the right balance as she makes her way back into a full schedule of public engagements following her health battle. Despite the setback, she has already made several high-profile appearances in recent days, including her radiant presence at Trooping the Colour, the annual Order of the Garter service, and a visit to the Victoria and Albert Museum storage facility in London. Catherine's absence was notable, but her family was still well represented at Ascot. Her mother, Carol Middleton, attended the event looking stylish in a designer dress from Me+M, joined by her daughter-in-law, Alizé Thévenet, who is married to Catherine's brother, James Middleton. Meanwhile, King Charles and Queen Camilla arrived at the racecourse with smiles and waves, accompanied by Prince William, who had originally been expected to ride in the carriage with Catherine. The king and queen appeared in good spirits, despite their thoroughbred reaching high, falling short in the Ascot Stakes the previous day. They hoped for better luck with their Horse Rainbow's Edge, the favorite in the Kensington Palace Stakes, a fillies handicap. Kate Middleton's ongoing recovery has been a central focus for the royal family and the public alike. In January of 2025, she revealed that she had been in remission after undergoing cancer treatment, which had begun in late February of 2024. She had been receiving chemotherapy for an undisclosed type of cancer and spoke candidly in a video message about the emotional toll the experience had taken.
I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you personally for all the wonderful messages of support whilst I've been recovering from surgery.
The last 9 months have been incredibly tough for us as a family, she shared. Doing what I can to stay cancer-free is now my focus. Prince William echoed that sentiment during a separate interview, describing 2024 as brutal for their family. Despite the challenges, Catherine has approached her return to public life with grace and determination. She was seen laughing and smiling at the Order of the Garter ceremony at Windsor Castle. Joined by Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, and Vice Admiral Sir Tim Lawrence, she watched the traditional procession from the Galilee porch of St. George's Chapel. The princess was animated and cheerful, especially during a lighthearted moment with Sophie when the two shared a laugh, just as the military knights of Windsor passed by. Catherine wore a chic white ensemble by Self-Portrait, paired with a wide-brimmed hat designed by Sean Barrett. As she and Sophie arrived 15 minutes before the procession, they were greeted warmly by ushers who tipped their hats, prompting what appeared to be a playful exchange between the two royal women. Back at Royal Ascot, other members of the extended royal family were spotted mingling with racegoers. Princess Beatrice, Sarah the Duchess of York, and Zara and Mike Tyndall were among those enjoying the summer spectacle. On the first day of the meet, King Charles and Queen Camilla welcomed new faces into the fold, including Harriet Sperling, a nurse who is now dating Princess Anne's son, Peter Phillips. Harriet participated in the royal carriage procession for the first time, a symbolic nod to her growing role within the royal circle. The royal carriage procession itself is celebrating its 200th anniversary in 2025. First introduced in 1825, during the reign of King George IV, the tradition continues to be a highlight of the event, connecting modern royal life with centuries of pageantry. In 2024, King Charles and Queen Camilla carried on the legacy of the late Queen Elizabeth II, who was a lifelong horse enthusiast and regular at Royal Ascot. During her reign, the late Queen saw more than 20 of her horses win at the meet. In 2023, Charles and Camilla enjoyed their first Royal Ascot victory, with Desert Hero winning the King George V Stakes.